One. It's 5:05 and Robert Downey Jr. is here. Hello.
Hello, dear heart.
How are you?
Very, very fine. Thank you for asking.
That's no problem. Now, I noticed that you've, this is the first time this has happened, you've adjusted the desk.
Yeah.
Because you found the button that makes the desk go up and down.
Yeah.
And I've never had anyone sit like that during an interview before.
I'm just having a ball here.
It goes
I'm
up.
lucky to be here, and I want to play with your toys.
Yeah. So he's kind of like, you almost kind of like that now with his hands under the chin. But
It's a bit too tall for me. I'm a bit far away.
Yeah, you're right.
So I can move.
Apologies. I'll bring it down in a minute.
Robert, this is Becky.
Yes,
Hello.
it is.
Now, are you staying for this, or...?
Am I allowed to, or do you want me to leave?
Well,
That was a hell of a Foley sound effect you just had there.
I know
It
that was
real.
this when I was. It's a proper creep.
Okay, right.
Should we explain the situation to Robert? Or?
Yes.
You explain.
There was an incident last week with a pre-recorded interview where the guests may have thought that I was slightly rude
And mad.
and crazy. I think it was just because I hadn't had much sleep, but is it okay if I stay, or would you prefer it if I left?
I'm
Just
getting a
in case
real weird vibe from you. I demand that you stay.
Yes!
Yeah! So, I went to see your new movie this morning at 8:30.
Sorry.
No, it's a great movie, due
Yeah.
date, but that is a very strange time to go to the cinema. I've never done that before.
Yeah. They usually don't have 8:30 a.m. screenings. So
Okay.
what you're basically doing is you're complaining a little bit about your privilege.
Yes, you're right.
It's very Hollywood of you.
Sorry. It's just a bit weird, the whole popcorn thing, like the pick and mix, 8:30 in the morning.
Well, that was not compulsory. You had an option.
All right. I enjoyed the film, very much. And I know that you're in London quite a lot at the moment, because you're filming.
Yeah.
Is it in London or around?
Sherlock 2 is almost entirely in and around London, yes.
Right, okay. And you're here for the dark winter months.
Yeah. It's not so bad.
Yeah, it's actually been quite warm lately.
Yeah, it's trippy. I like it, though. I love England. London's probably the most civilized city in Europe.
What's the good stuff that you like about Britain?
I like the people. I know that many of them know how to speak properly. As a matter of fact, when I was here last time, I went back to the States, I was disgusted. Like, I was in, where was I? Like, LAX, and they're like, hey, welcome back, man. Hey, what's up, dude? And I was like, fucking people don't know how to talk.
Oh, I'm not allowed to swear.
I'm sure you can beep that out tomorrow.
Yeah. Sorry about that, everybody. We need to apologise for that. Sorry. Yeah, there is an element of people speaking quite well here.
We don't really on our show, though. We're not particularly... Our
No.
grammar isn't the best.
No.
See, now you have a proper received pronunciation accent.
Yeah, I do, but Scott sort of leads me slightly astray. He says things like, instead of from, he says off of.
But that's an American thing, isn't it? Half of.
Hey, can I get that off of you?
Yeah, a bit. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad that you like our little accent. In your movie, you play a guy called Peter, don't you? You tell us about the film. He's an architect.
Yeah, Peter Hyman is an extremely tightly wound architect who has some anger management issues.
Yeah.
He's also the expectant father. His wife is delivering on Friday. And fortunately, yet highly unfortunately, he runs into this kind of crazed, retarded wannabe actor whose dad just died. So, I don't
So
know.
that's Zach, who's in the Hangover.
That is Zach Galifianakis, yes.
Yeah. And then?
Well, hilarity ensues. Basically, he gets me kicked off a plane, and I have no option whatsoever but to trust him to get me home safely.
And to go on a fairly bizarre road trip.
Yeah, it's a road trip movie, but it really is so much more offbeat than that. I'm really proud of the way it turned out. I trust you might have enjoyed the film
I
somewhat.
very much did, yes.
That pleases me.
Who is he's the most irritating person ever, though, this guy that you hang out with.
Yeah. Most people know someone not unlike him, or it reminds them of a relationship where
Yeah.
you're stuck to somebody that is ridiculous.
Yeah. Talk about some of the ways that he annoys you in the movie.
He incessantly asks questions, but only so he can not listen to my answer and give me his answer. He doesn't tell me he's allergic to waffles until we're done eating at a Waffle House. He
starts sneezing.
is continually stoned and
Yeah.
spends all our money at a pharmacy for his glaucoma. and then gets behind the wheel and almost gets us killed. And, I mean, it just gets worse and worse, actually.
Yeah. I have to say, though, you two make a brilliant double act. I think you're fantastic.
Thank you.
Would you do another movie with Zach? Because is there not a story that he just came up to you when you were walking along and went, oh, I think I'm doing a movie with you soon?
Yeah, I somewhat misheard him, and a lot of people say things like, dude, you and I should do a movie together, who I've never seen before. And sometimes they're homeless, and sometimes they look scruffy, and, well, they look like him. So I was preparing myself to check his elbow and eye stab him if I had to.
Yeah. But it's true, and it came to me.
Yes, sir.
Now, I was watching an interview where the reporter said that maybe you could have a cameo in The Hangover 2 with him, and your face was like, oh, please, hello.
Well, maybe secretly I'd enjoy it, but the truth be told is I'm pretty busy.
Yeah.
Any more than I'd ask Zach to come play a Brit in Sherlock 2.
So Sherlock 2 is it's happening right now, you're filming right now.
Yeah.
What about, this is what most people are asking about on the Twitter, on the Facebook, on the text. Is there going to be another Iron Man movie? Because they loved it so much.
Yes, I will finish this. I will do Avengers, which is a big Marvel concept with a bunch of superheroes, and then I will laboriously put myself to the task of doing Iron Man 3.
Okay, pretty cool. Stanley wants to know, is it as cool as it looks wearing that Iron Man suit? Do you have your own suit?
Thank you. For the first 20 seconds, it's really cool. And then it's kind of a medieval torture.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it, and I'll be happy to do it again for the film-going audiences.
Okay, we've got Craig and Adam on the M1. Which was more fun to film, Iron Man or Sherlock Holmes?
Well, Iron Man to me was the first film that I really kind of changed genres and unexpectedly got all this success, and then I kind of carried the confidence of that into Sherlock. I really, really enjoy Guy Ritchie and Jude Law so much, and I've just learned a bunch from them, and so, you know, I guess it's that thing, too, like you were bitching about having to get up at 8:30 to have a movie screen for you.
No, I quite enjoyed it.
Anyway, I'm talking. Please don't talk when I'm talking.
Sorry.
No, the point is, it's funny, and I'm really looking at it now, how you tend to have contempt for the very things that gave you the opportunities you have, and I go, it's such a disgusting human characteristic, and I'm observing it and attempting to amend it.
Yeah, okay. Someone wants you to give another shot of your English accent in Sherlock Holmes just because they like hearing it.
I will just do the phonetic alphabet as best I can.
Yes, please.
He who would hear and now know aught of the new art must fight, toil, care, learn, then take his ease.
Love that.
That's so good. The thing is, like a lot of American actors, when they have to do the English accent, they get certain bits right, and then you can really tell. I think you can really tell.
Or they do the, like, Dick Van Dyke, like, of Mary Poppins.
What? Yeah. But yours is fantastic.
Well, I don't know how good it is. I know that Andrew Jack is one of your countrymen and a fantastic dialect coach. I'm actually having more trouble with it this time than I was last time.
Really?
He's saying I'm not, but I feel my game's a little off. Maybe I'll...
No, it sounds perfect.
Yeah, pretty good to me.
All right.
Grant says, so you've read the script for The Avengers, yeah? And is it amazing?
I think that it has the potential to be fantastic, and Joss Whedon is a really interesting guy, you know, from Buffy the Vampire Slayer and all these kind of huge genre things. I tend to not read scripts and get too excited until, like, Favreau and I really basically took a good script and made it completely different, and so I guess Joss and I will do a little bit of that.
Okay, so you kind of go through it with Joss and say, yeah, that works, that doesn't.
Well, no, I'm not the arbiter of what works. Oh, actually, I am. I forgot.
We were talking with Steve Carell about this the other day. Has this happened to you where you make a movie and you're quite confident about it, and then you see the finished thing and you go, oh, this isn't as good as I wanted it to be? Does that ever happen? Because he said it has happened to him.
Well, I'm a bit of a weirdo in that if something really attempts to innovate, I'll love it warts and all, and if something falls short, I overreact to it and tend to think that we need to not release it and they need to take their $160 million loss or something. So,
ow.
And it's not that I'm in any way unstable, it's just that I love what I get to do so much that I feel like an audience member, and if I feel like I'm not a happy audience member, then I can be most unpalatable.
Right.